Okay. So, all right, guys, welcome to today's class. So, okay, you can hear me. Okay, cool. So today we're going to look at the trading platforms. We want to make sure that we go through all the different, the different features that we can get on the major trading platforms that we're going to be using on the Greenwave Exchange, that Greenwave Exchange has provided for us, right? So when it comes to trading platform, what we mean is that the trading platform is what connects us to the markets, right? Trading platform connect us to the market. So you want to buy or you want to sell a particular instrument that is being provided by Greenwave Exchange, you can get that on the trading platform. So all your trading activities will be performed on the platform. While your transaction, withdrawal, deposit, documents, and all that will be performed on the Greenwave Exchange dashboard, on your dashboard on the GWX website, right? So what are the types of trading platforms that we have? Let me put it here, trading platforms. So we have trading platforms that are, actually web-based, while we have some that you can download, right? We have web-based platform. That means this platform, you can access them on the internet, okay? So on your browser, you can access them, while we have other ones that are you have to download, okay? So you have to download them. We say programs or software, or app, whatever. So whether it's on mobile or on your PC, so those ones that are downloadable. So that's the second type, okay, of trading platform. Okay, so the web-based on your browser, you can get access to them, while this one you have to download them either on your system, on your computer, or on your phone. So you can trade on your phone or you can trade on your PC. And activities cut across all the different devices that you're using. Okay, activities is going to cut across all of them in as much you are trading through a particular broker. All right, and you log in through, and you log in into the account through whatever means you want to log in. Okay, in as much, whether it's on your PC or on your phone or on your on the web, it's always going to show the same thing all across. All right. So let's look at some example of web-based platform. The most popular among them is TradingView, right? So TradingView is very, very popular among traders, but TradingView is not the only one. We also have our own in-house platform, which is the web platform. I'm going to take you through that. So we have TradingView. A lot of traders like using TradingView, trading view for analysis. All right, and then we have this one, which is the web platform. Okay, so this is where I'm going to take you through this one. Okay, very, very fantastic tool on the platform. This is the one that can give you signals, campaigns, patterns for you, can help you in decision making, and it's far, far, far more robust than use. While on TradingView, you can get other people's ideas, you can get to learn some more educational stuff, you can get access to more drawing tools, analytical tools, and all that. So while on the, okay, here, you can also have the MT4 on the web, all right? You can have the MT4 on the web as well. So, but most people don't actually use it. So why do you want to use it? You can have it on your phone, okay, or on your PC. So we have the MT4, which means MetaTrader 4. So you can have the MT4 downloaded as well, right? And here you have majorly the MT4 and MT5. So MT4 and MT5 they are owned by the same company, okay, but they give license to brokers that want to, so brokers can now buy those licenses and then customize it, and then they cannot give their traders access, their clients access to trade through them. So we have the MT5 and the MT5. The difference between them is just slight. For MT5, you can get access to more instruments and all that. And then you can also have access to a few more drawing and analytical tools. But MT4 is what a majority of traders use to trade. Okay, so and you can have your MT4, MT5 on your phone as well. Okay, you can download the mobile version, and another one that you can download is your broker's personal app. That's your broker's trading app. So for us, we have our own app as well. So for us, we have our own app as well. Okay. So the good thing about mobile trading is sometimes you're on the go. Maybe you have placed your trade and all that, and you're on the go. So I want to check what is happening in the markets. So instead of you to bring out your laptop and all that, you can easily access it on the phone and make your decisions there. And even we have a lot of traders out there who also analyze on their phone. And especially if it's at least 5 inches, if one is 8 inches, fine. You know, if it's a 10 inches tab, okay, fine. 5 inches can also do, but it's just that you're not going to have as much space for your analysis. So a typical laptop is like 15 inches, while your phone is like 5, which means that the space advantage is not really there. Okay, so but it's a good way to start. It's a good way to start actually, and I think there are a lot of traders out there using it. Okay, so I believe it shouldn't really be a problem for anyone. So and start from there with that, and then as you get money, then you can get your PC. That's if you can afford a PC right away. Okay, so you can have the broker's trading app phone. You can have you can have the trading view there as well, right? You can have the trading view there as well. So the trading view can be there also. Trading view also can have it on the app. I have trading view on my phone. Okay, so good thing also about trading view is it tends to save your analysis for you. Okay, MT4 does that also. So you do your analysis, whatever you put there is always going to be there. You can always check for update. So these are the different types of trading platforms. Of course, we have more. Okay, we have Ninja Trader, we have different types. Okay, but these are the ones that are most popular, especially in this part of the world. Okay, so but what we're going to look today, the platform that we're going to talk about today is number one, the MT4, the web platform majorly. And so maybe if we have time, we can touch TradingView. If not, we can do that for another time. Okay, so we're going to start with the MetaTrader 4. And so on the MetaTrader 4, let's look at another sheet. So this is called MetaTrader 4, MT4 for short. Okay, so MT4 is a very, very sophisticated, programmable trading application that can be used for anything at all. Okay, whether you want to design a robot that will help you to trade, whether you want to turn your trading strategy to a set of arrows up and down in different colors, whether you want to build your own custom indicator, whether you want to set up a copy trading system, okay, that will copy your trade from one account to the other, whatever you want to do, okay, in as much you get a programmer to help you write the script, it can be done, okay. And even the basic things that the basic features that are already present on MetaTrader 4, they are already enough, okay, for majority of traders to do their simple analysis and place trades. Okay, so the major analytical tools are there on the MetaTrader 4. So others have to just copy and maybe add some other stuff here and there. Okay. So we have the MetaTrader 4. Okay, I put MetaTrader 5. So we have MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. I'm going to take you through the MetaTrader 4 today. So what do we want to talk about on the MetaTrader 4 today? Let's try to make a list. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about today is the market watch. We're not going to stay on that for long. Okay, I'm just going to, just for mentioning sake, okay, because we talked about that already in the previous class, right? Do you still remember? Do you guys still remember? And then number 2, we're going to look at the Trading Navigator. We won't spend so much time on that as well, okay, because we already talked about that. And then number 3, we're going to look at the Trading Terminal. We're not going to spend so much time there also. And then number 4, we are going to look at the chart window, so we can spend more time here. And number 5, we're going to look at the toolbars. So number 4 and number 5 is where we're going to spend the majority of our time. Under the toolbar, we're going to look at standard toolbar. So we're going to look at chart toolbar. We're going to look at line studies toolbar, and then we're going to look at time frames. Okay, so these are things I want to look at quickly. So let's see how quick we can do this, and then we'll see we can also touch trading view today. All right. So let me also say that whatever we use here, you can download it on your own and actually save it. So whatever we use here, this writing here, okay, you can just download or take a snapshot. On your phone, okay. Or at the end, I'm still going to download the lesson notes and then send it if we need it. Okay. So now let's go to the trading to the MetaTrader 4. So for you to log on to the MetaTrader 4 first, you need to have a trading account with GWX Exchange with your broker. Okay, so that's it. You need to have an account with your broker. I hope you can see my MetaTrader 4. Can we please confirm you can see my MetaTrader 4? So for you to log in, you need to click here. All right, this connection status. You connect. You click on it. Then you click on login, and okay, you guys can see my screen. I see all my MetaTrader 4. You should be able to see my MetaTrader 4. Okay, we can see it. Okay, cool. So then you put your login detail here. So your GWX Exchange dashboard, GWX dashboard, you're going to get this empty for login detail. Okay, you put it there and then you put your normal password. I used to log into the account and then you choose real. If it's a real account, it's a demo, you choose demo. Click on save information. If it's your device, and then click on login. Right, so you're going to find yourself here. Right. So once you log in, let's look at the market watch first. That's the first thing we want to look at, the market watch. So this is the market watch. Market watch is where you're going to see all the instruments that you can trade, the bid price, the ask price, and the spread. At default, the spread is not going to show. Okay, and also at default, when you just launch your MetaTrader 4, you might not see all the instruments listed. Okay. So what you need to do is just to right click and click on show all. When you click on show all, it's going to show you all the different instruments you can trade, right? And also you can right click and make sure you select spread. You select spread, means that the spread is going to show for every instrument you want to trade. Yeah, and you can see there are a lot of instruments here. Okay, a large number, about 400, and because you can trade commodities, you can see zinc here, you can see gold, nickel, copper, aluminum, and all that. You can trade currencies, you can trade commodities, you can trade foreign stocks, You can trade cryptocurrencies and all that. So there are a whole lot of them, okay? And so for you to get the exact one that you want, just look for it, okay? Just click here anywhere and type. Let's say I want to look for Euro Japanese yen, okay? Or just put EURJPY. You can see the way profit. That's EURJPY. This is the bid price, this is the ask price, this is the current spread of 2 pips. Okay, so any instrument you want to look for, just make sure that you know the symbol of that instrument. Once you know that, you can use the search here. Let's say I want to search for Bitcoin, BTC, USD. Okay, BTC, USD. You have to type them together, right? So BTC, USD. Okay, so that one is done. So that's the market watch. Let's not spend so much time there. And then we have the navigator. Okay, before I leave there, the shortcut for this is Control M. Control M. If I press Control M now, it's gonna go. Can you see that? If I press Control M, it's gonna come. So in case you mistakenly close your order, just press Control M, or you come to the shortcut. You can see the market watch. This one. Can you see it? So that's the market. Now the second thing we want to look at is the navigator. Now the navigator is where you have your accounts. Okay, no matter the number of accounts, you can see this one is about like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 different accounts. So I can log in from one account to the other, right? You can log in from one account to the other. So this way you have all your accounts, right? So, and then we have what we call indicators here. We're going to talk about indicators later, okay? And then you have what we call expert advisors. So these are the ones are the programs. You know, like I said at the beginning, that MT4 is programmable. Anything you want to do on it that is not in here, anything that you need that is not in there can be programmed. And when they are programmed, they're going to be under expert advisors. Okay, they're going to be under expert advisors. We also have scripts which are also very similar to this. Okay, so there are stuff that are created outside of whatever you have here. So there are programs, okay, that can look solid. Expert advisors are programs that can look solid on the chart. Okay, so I think that's just the basic things you need to learn here. Navigator. The shortcut is Control N. If I press Control N, it will go. Control N is back again, or you just come here. This is the you can see Control N navigator there. So okay, so that's it about the navigator. And then the next thing we want to look at now is here, which is the trading terminal. Trading terminal is where you have information about your trades. So currently I have this account, this is the balance, this is the profit, loss, equity, free margin, all those things we talked about. So if I place a trade now, so information about that trade, this is where I'm going to get it on the terminal. So if I want to get more, you can actually get more information than this. Just right click, just double click rather on here. Once you double click, you're going to get other information like all the trades are currently running, exposure, account history, the news, all those major. But the most important things there are your trades and your trade history. Trade histories are trade history, is where you have all the trades that you have placed in the past, okay? That's where you have the trade history. So if you want to collapse this again, you right double click, then it goes, it just gives you this basic. So that's the terminal, trading terminal. And this is a shortcut or Control T here, Control T, right? We also have the strategy tester here. That's a more advanced stuff for those who want to run programs and all of that. So we're not going to really talk about that. Okay, so that's it about the terminal. So the next thing you're going to see is here, this one here, and you can see this like it looks like maybe the most important thing here, okay, because of the big space. So this is what we call the chart window. So this is where you're going to launch the chart, do the analysis, see the performance of that instrument, to see this chart stuff here, and then make your decision, okay? So for you to put any instrument, just look for that instrument. Let's say I'm looking for the S&P 500, which is this. I found the S&P 500. I can just right click So once I click on right click, then I'll click on the chat window. My system is rolling. Let's wait a bit. So, okay. So that's the chat window. That's the chat window, guys. Let me see. My system is. Okay, so let me look for S&P 500. So this is this, and then I can right click and I click on chat window, and then it's going to open it here. So the more that I open, as I open new charts, it's going to give them tabs. All right, like this is Bitcoin, this is Euro dollar, dollar yen, Euro New Zealand dollar, and the S&P 500. So I can open as many as I want. It's going to line all of them. Okay, providing a different tab. Okay, individual tab. Okay, for each of them. Okay, so that is it about that. So I can then navigate from one to the other. Okay, so let's say we're looking at Bitcoin, so which is currently around 30,000. And let's use this as an example. So what do we have on the chart? Let's say maybe we should use euro dollar. So what do we have on the chart? What makes up this chart a window? Okay, the price chart is developed such that the price is plotted against time. So as time is moving, price is changing. As price is moving, as time is moving, price is changing. Okay, so that's what we get here. And then there are three different types of charts. Okay, so we have the bar chart, we have the candlesticks, and we have the line chart. So the most popular here is the candlestick, which is what we're going to talk about most. And then so you can zoom in this or zoom down this, zoom. Can you see that? This is the zoom in, and this is the zoom out and all that. Okay, so that's it about the chart window. I'm still going to come back to it. Okay, we're going to talk about what each of these can do, what they represent and all that. But before I go there, let's talk about the chart, the toolbars. All right. So when it comes to the toolbars are like what we use on this chart. Okay, there are different things that we use on this chart majorly. Okay, so just like they are tools. So we have four categories of these tools. We have the standard toolbar. So this is a standard toolbar. This one here. Okay, let me find a way to. So what we have here is a standard toolbar from here to here. So you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So those are standard toolbars. So those are the different stuffs that we have under the standard toolbar. All right. So as you can see, this is where it starts with these tiny horizontal lines, and this is where it ends. You see, so from here to here. So I can click here now and drag the toolbar to this place. Standard toolbar to this. So you can see it's here now. Okay, so we can look at each of them, what they are being used for. This one here is when you want to create a new chart. Okay, and you don't want to come here to search for the instrument. You just click here and then you look for the instrument here. So this one is where we have the instrument well categorized. Like this, the Forex. This is technical assets. Okay, that's the Nigerian Naira. If you want to trade Nigerian Naira, currency instrument, we'll place it there for you. Okay, so we have the stock indices. Stock Indonesia. So that's the Indonesian stocks. So we have clients from Indonesia. Okay, we have office in Indonesia where we have clients who like trading Indonesian stocks. So
It's been categorized as well. We have the energy, so that's the oil and the natural gas. We have metals, gold, silver, aluminum, copper, nickel, and the rest, zinc, and all the copper and all that. So you have commodities, agricultural commodities. Basically, you have sugar, wheat, and all that. You have stock indices, those that's basket of stocks. You have cryptocurrency. You have US stocks, European Union stocks, and I think there's Russian stocks or something. Okay, so now let's say you want to do forex. So you come here, you can still search for it. If it's euro US dollar you are looking for, just be pressing E until you get to euro US dollar. Well, I think the other one is quite easier. So that means the one here, just come here, type the instrument. Okay, but if you don't know the symbol, you just come here and look for the category. Okay, sorry, this one. And look for the category and then look for it here. So it is actually much simpler that way. So the other one here is where we have profiles. So that one is well, when you want to, let's say like I have this now, I can set up different chart windows. Okay, different chart windows for whatever I want to use it for. Okay, let's say I want to have let's say I trade only let's say I trade, so let's say 3 of them are stocks, 3 of them are currencies, and 4 of them are cryptos. So let's say, for example, that's how I do it. Now, I can do this in such a way that I'm going to create a profile for each category of instrument that I do, that I trade. Let's say, okay, let me remove this one. This one, let me close this one. Close this one. Okay, close this one and close this one. So let me create the cryptocurrency, forex category first. So this is euro US dollar. Let's say the second currency pair that I trade is GBP US dollar. So I have GBP US dollar, I right click, I click on chart window. I say the next one is USD JPY. I type it there, I right click, and I click chart window. Let's say these are the 4 instruments that I trade forex. And I trade 10. I don't want to put all of them here. Okay, I don't want to put all the instruments. I just want to categorize them. So that if I'm looking for forex, I just come to forex. I don't need to search for them here. If I'm looking for crypto, I just go to crypto. I don't need to search for them here. So I can create profile for them. So as I have this one here now, I can now come here. Sorry. So okay, here, I can now come here and save this profile. I can save this profile as forex. Okay. So next time I want to access it, I can just come here and click Forex. It's going to just bring me this, okay? Or I can come here and click Forex. So let's say I want to create another profile. I might just remove all of this. Let's say I want to create cryptocurrency profile, BTC UST. I right click, chart window, Ripple. I right click, chart window, Solana, or let's say anyone, Solana, chart window. Let's say these ones are 4, for example. Let's say the next one is Zcash, chart window. Then I come here and I click save profile as crypto. And I click OK. So let's say I have commodities as well. Let me remove all this one and create my commodity profile. This is really a very helpful stuff, okay, for especially for those people like me who trade different instruments, different stuffs. Okay, so let's say I want to create another profile for commodity. Let's say this is gold, okay, XAUUSD. So I have my gold here, chart window. I also trade silver, for example, silver, and let's say I trade also, okay, that's US oil and chart window. Let's say I also trade natural gas and chart window. So I can come here, I can do it here, save profile as, or I come here, this is the shortcut, save profile as, I can come here and say save profile as commodities. Okay, somebody said the video is dragging. Is this still dragging? Okay, so that's it, guys. I can now close all of this. So let's say I now want to check the Forex today, for example. I can just come here and click Forex. So it will only give me those instruments, those Forex instruments. Okay, well, so these are the cryptos, commodities, and all that. This is Forex. It's not really setting them, but that's how it's supposed to. That's how it's supposed to be, but it's not really bringing them up quite well. Don't know. Crypto is bringing something else, but did I save them with different number commodities? It's not bringing them. It's supposed to bring commodities and all that. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, but the I don't know why it's not like that, but that's how this feature work. This profile feature. Okay, so that's how it works. Pretty sure about that. All right. Though save it there. And silver chat window. So save commodities. It's mixing. Then let's look at okay, commodity is good. Let's look at Forex. Okay, Forex is giving us crypto now. Okay, so let me save this one as crypto. Save this one as cryptos. Okay, so I can have commodities. Yeah, and then cryptos. Yeah, then the only one now is Forex. So which means can just maybe add some Forex too, so that we can have this perfect chart window. Let me add this one chart window. Let me add this one chart window. And then I can remove this one because it's not Forex. Repo, Solana, uh, close. So we have this Forex here. So I can now save this also as Forex. All right. And then, okay. It's, yeah, okay. So I think it's fine now. Cryptos, yeah. Commodities, yes. And Forex, yeah. So you can see that now. So that's how you can create this profile stuff on MetaTrader 4. So it just helps you to be able to navigate through, makes you to be able to plan your chart very well, especially if you are the one that trade different instruments. Okay, I know I use this feature a lot on MetaTrader 4. Also, if you are the one that use different strategies and all that, so you can just create different profile for different strategies. Then you can just navigate through. Okay, so that's it about that. The third thing here is market. So you talked about that navigator now and all this. Talked about all of this. So under this tool, also we have the new order where you can place your trades. Here, you click here now. That's where you can place your trade. All right. And then we also have this one meta code. That's the programming language for MT4. You want to do some programming. And then this one is other stuffs. All right. This one is auto trading. If you want to, you are using robot and all that. You're using EAs to trade expert advisors. So that's the first tool. The other tool here is the time frame toolbar. All right, time frame toolbar. So now if I try to expand or zoom in, this charts and I put it on candlesticks, you're going to see each of this candle, all right? Each of this candle represent the performance of this instrument within within a fixed time frame. And so you can set up the fixed time frame here. If you want the chart to be painting if you want the candles to be painting every minute, every 5 minutes, every 1 hour and all that, that's what we call the time frame. And that's where you can control that. So like I'm on H1, which means 1 hour. So that means that each of this candle is the performance of this currency pair every hour, every hour. So this is the current hour. And this candle started just when we started this webinar at 6, and it's going to end in the next 7 minutes by 7. Okay. And so you can see that. All right. So if you want to look at the candle every 4 hours, so this is where you go to. So these ones are the 4-hour candles. If we want to look at the monthly, so this is the month, this is the current month, right? We want to look at every minute, that's the fastest. So this is the current minute. Okay, this is another minute that started. Okay, and so you can see this one, there will be action moving because it's 1 minute. They have very, very tiny movements, very tiny movement. Okay, but meanwhile, this one you might not even notice the move because it's monthly. So that's the biggest time from there. Okay, so that's the time frame tool bar. And then we have we've talked about the chart standard toolbar. Okay, next one, let's look at the chart toolbar. So this is where we have the chart toolbar. Okay, this one directly affect what happened on the charts. Okay, this one directly affect what happened on the chart. So the first three you're going to see here is the chart types. And I told us about that already, that we have 3 chart types. We have the bar chart, the candle, and the line chart. A lot of traders like using candles, so you can just put it on the candle. So it's good I'm telling you this because when you launch your MetaTrader 4, it might be here. Okay, at default it looks like this. So you now choose, you're not the one that will have to choose your candlesticks. Okay, so you're on candlestick now, which is the preferred chart type. And then the next two we have there, okay, they are the zoom in and the zoom out button. So the zoom in is if you want to enlarge your chart so that you can see each candle better. Okay, you can zoom in. This is the last one. So once you get to the last, it goes gray. Okay, so this one now is like you want to focus on every candle, okay, the way they form. Why they zoom out is they want to shrink them so that you see more price activities. Okay, let me go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so you can see the way I shrink it so that I can see more of what the price is doing. Let me say go to, so I can see more of what the price is doing. Okay, if I just want to focus on the candlesticks, I just enlarge it like this. All right. So if I want to focus more on what the price is doing, historical price activity, I zoom out so that I'll be able to see more price activities. Okay, so that's what we use this one for. And this one is what we call tiling and cascading. Okay, like if I want to have 3 charts now, if I want all of them to be in one place, I just click it. Can you see the way they're all in one place? So that's what I use this one for. Even if there are 4, if there are 8, it's going to line all of them together. Okay, so let me increase this one to focus on this one again. Now these ones, okay, shift, they are just shift buttons. Like here, you can see how the chart is very close to this place. So if I want to see some space, if I want to see some space, I just click this one, shift end. It's going to shift the end forward to the left. Can you see that? So it's shifting it to the left, forward. If I want to do, I click it back, it's going to send it here. So it's very important that you put it here so that at least you'll be able to see the current candle, what the price is doing currently. Okay, because if not, if you do this, it might not really be that very much clear to you enough. So you should just do it like this. So it makes sense that way. And then the other one before it is the scroll. Now this, you can scroll your chart. Okay, you can scroll your chart. Now, one thing you're going to see is that when you're scrolling your chart, once the price moves, it's going to send you back to the current price. If I'm scrolling now. Once the price has not, okay, price has moved, I see the way it's sending me back here. Okay, for you to avoid that, because sometimes you want to scroll and they want to just scroll and see what is happening. But when the market is fast moving, as you are scrolling, it's sending you back. As you are scrolling, it's sending you back. So it's very, very frustrating. So what you can do is just to uncheck this one so that it will not have to take you back to this place when price moves. So you can just scroll whatever you're scrolling conveniently, however you want to do it. All right. So just to click and drag forward or backward, depending on which direction you want to scroll to. Okay. And if you want to quickly get, because it will get to a point you have scrolled so far, you want to quickly get back to the front. So you can just uncheck this one, and then it's going to take you back here again. All right. So that's just what they are useful for. And this one is indicators. We're going to talk about indicators later. This one is still the time frame. So it's just the same thing as this one. And then this one's save templates. Okay. So let's say you draw something here. Let's say you put some things here and you want to save the template. That's what you want to. So I'm going to talk to us. We're going to talk more about that later, how you can save templates. Okay, so that's it, guys. So let's now focus. Okay, we have one more thing to talk about under the toolbar. So we have the line studies. So these ones, okay, are the line studies. So you can do some studies on the charts, on your chart with this stuff here. So this first thing is the cursor. So you are always on the cursor when you are not drawing anything. All right. But when you want to use the crosshair, remember what we use the crosshair for, to know the number of pips between one level and the other. You just click one level and drag to the other. You know the number of pips. That's the second information. The first information is you know the number of candles between the first level and second level. And then you know the current price where the cursor is. That's the third thing there. Okay. So, but once you release it, it goes off. Remember that this one cannot stick. It's an unstickable tool. So once you click and leave, it goes off. Okay, now we also have the horizontal vertical line. Vertical line, if I pick it now and I drop it anywhere, what it shows me is that where I have that line, it's going to show me the date. Okay, that one works with the date. Okay, let's say I'm looking at this particular plot and I don't know which date this happened. I just pick the vertical line and put it here. I can see the date here, 19th of May 2022, and this is the server time. All right, that's what they are useful for. They can also be used to mark. Let's say you are doing your back testing, you are doing your analysis, or you are doing your studies and all that research. You can use this one also to mark. Let's say you can use it to mark where you get signals and trade opportunities and all that. So just put them there, and you can edit them. You can right click. If you right click, it's going to show these two, which means that you can actually move them, click and drag, or you can edit. So you just right click and go to vertical line properties, and then choose whatever color you want to change it to. Choose how thick you want it to be. Choose what kind of line you want to use for it. All right. And then once you're done, you just click OK. Okay, let's say I want to change it to yellow and I want it to be thicker than this. All right. So this is what I get. Okay, so you can move it around. So once you are done, if you want it to stick there again, just double click and then those two dots disappear. So that's what we use the vertical line for. And then the horizontal line is just the opposite. That one focuses on the price level instead of the time level. So let me delete this one. So if I pick this vertical line here, I can come here and this particular place and see what is the price level here. Because it's going to give me the price 1.05315. So that was the one I used when I was doing examples for us in the last class, when I was pointing us to when I was pointing us to when we're trying to measure number of pips between one level at the other and all those things. So let's say I want to look at the price level for this one as well. Can you see that? Paint it there. And so that's just what they are useful for. Okay, they can also be used to mark levels. I mean, just to mark points, levels, and then see the price of those levels on the chart. So that's what they're useful. They are really very useful when you're doing your chart studies and analysis and all that. So backspace, they go off. Okay, and then we have the diagonal trend line. We're going to talk about trend line when you get to introduction to technical analysis. That one is more of a diagonal line that connects two lows, I mean, one low to another low and then project it forward. Okay, or you connect one eye to another eye and project it forward. Okay, So that's what we're going to use them for. We use them for trend analysis. You can connect these two eyes. Okay, let me. So you can connect these two eyes and project them downwards, or connect these two lows and project them forwards. This technical, I mean, these the trend lines are very, very useful tools, and they are very, very useful tools. They are not just meant to mark, just like these two ones. Okay, they are there for real technical work. Okay, so we're going to talk more about them when we get to introduction to technical analysis. Okay, and then we have the channel, which is also one of my favorite. In fact, one of my favorite. So channel is when you want to connect to two level, okay, and then you now want to project it from a third level. So let me draw something. Let me see if I can illustrate it well. Okay, let's say you have two lows like this. Okay, let's say price is moving like this, and it has now created two lows. You can connect those lows, two lows with your trend line, right? But while you have this low connected with your trend line, you can now find the equidistant of that trend line from another top. So that's what it is for. That's what we use the channel for. And so I'm going to tell you the usefulness of the channel later when we get the technical analysis as well. We're going to come back to these two later. Likewise, this one, which is the Fibonacci, we're also going to talk about that later as well. It's a kind of mathematical tool, which is really, really very useful in technical analysis. I mean, a lot of technical traders love using it because it's very, very useful. Okay, when we get to the intermediate class, especially, we're going to talk, about how to use the Fibonacci tool. Still have a lot of things to talk about. Okay, somebody says they can't see the video. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really showing any video. Can you see that I'm showing the MetaTrader 4? Can we see my MetaTrader 4? That's what I'm showing. Okay, it's MetaTrader 4 I'm showing. All right. Okay, thank you. So let's say if you want to draw it, okay, though we are not really ready to talk very much about it now, but if you still want to draw it, you can pick it here. You connect two lows, and then you project from the eye between them. These two low project from the eye between them, and then you can see that it's equidistant. All right, the distance does not really change. It's a parallel, they won't meet. So it's just a way of helping us know major turning points. Okay, so major turning points like price is here now. There's a possibility this falls. Okay, right. There's a possibility it falls here again, and all those things. So, but we're going to talk about all those things later. All right. So let's not be in a hurry. All right. So that's it about that one. What other thing do we have here? Okay. Okay, some tools that we also use to mark. Okay, just like have these and these are just mark this Fibonacci part of the tools that we use for technical analysis. They are key tools that we use for technical analysis, and so that's why we have to postpone them to when we start learning technical analysis. So this one, if you want to draw a text, you want to write a text, just put it there and write a text. Hello. Okay, this is the real text. Let me put hello. So it's going to show hello. Look at it there. I can right click to the properties and then choose the color. And all these ones are just if you want to make illustrations on your chart, you can increase the size, and that's it there. You can delete it. Okay, so it's just almost the same with this one too. Okay, hello. Okay, just that one sticks to the chart, while the other does not stick to the chart. Let's see the one that sticks to the chart. You can see this one sticks to this one follows the movement, while this one just sticks to the chart, right? This one sticks here, while this one follows. As you are dragging it around, it follows. So depending on what you want to use, which of them is appropriate for you to use. Okay, while this one is, I mean, there are different stuffs. I can put thumbs up here. I can increase the size of it, double click, and then right click, and then come here, choose it bigger. You see something like that. I can choose any of these other ones too. Okay, so that's just what they are used for. And one thing, okay, one of the major, well, the ones I use most here, okay, are actually the price label. Okay, you can do your price label. Okay, so it just shows you where the price, what the price around here. So I can use that to something like this. Okay, I can pick it up here. So instead of me to draw lines and all that, I can just use this, put it here. So price here is 1.0567 and all that. So these ones are just for illustrations, for explanations, and all that. Okay, so that's it about the tools. Now, when you launch your MetaTrader 4, there are sometimes as you are working on this, you might mistakenly maybe close any of these toolbars. You can mistakenly close any of these toolbars. For you to get them back, you just go to view, then you see toolbars here, and you can see the 4 of them here. Make sure they are all checked: standard, chart, line, time frames. If you mistakenly uncheck one, let's say you uncheck chart, you can see it goes off. So you don't need to be worried. Just go back, view toolbars, and just check it. All right. So you have everything there. Okay. So that's it about the drawing tools and all those things. So let's now look at the charts. So I have a question from Cody. Say, is it a must we use web platform because the mobile app and this web platform aren't the same? There's a very big difference. I mean, there's a little difference, and the reason is because is just because of the size of the screen. Okay, so the designers, the developers, they have to develop the web version so that it can be able to accommodate the small size of the screen. All right, so they are the same thing but just little difference in design. Okay, so it's not compulsory to use anyone. Okay, I've told you the pros and the cons. The reason why the advantage the mobile has over computer, over PC, 15 inches and all that is because it's mobile. You can just place a trade while you are even in a public vehicle. You can just bring out your laptop and the PC and all that. The advantage they have is that you get to analyze your chart with a big screen. You see everything clearly, very clean and clear. All right, much more than you're trying to just look at a 5 inches phone. Okay, but the thing, if you train yourself to work with the 5 inches very well, I have tons of people who use just their phone. I'm telling you, I don't know how they do it. It's just because maybe they are just used to it. That maybe that was the first one they started using. Me, when I started learning how to trade, I started with my computer. Okay, I started with my computer, so I'm very used to PC. So if you give me a phone, I might struggle to do my analysis on it. If I will struggle because I'm not used to that kind of that very small size of screen. Okay, meanwhile, some people are so used to the phone that you give them the PC, there won't be any difference to them at all. There won't really be much difference because they are already used to the phone stuff. Okay, so anyone you start to, just make sure you get yourself accustomed to it, and later if you think you need anything to add, then you can always get that later. Okay, but that shouldn't really stop you from doing whatever you want to do. Okay, so the next thing I want to look at now is the charts, the chart window, these candles. I want to study the candles. Now, when it comes to the chart window here, you can, okay, let's look at the candles first, what each of the candle means. So I'm going to take you now back to what we're using. Where is it? Okay, so now when you look at a candle, they are like this, as you can see on the chart, right? Or maybe I should just use black. like this. Okay, don't mind my drawing, please. I'm not really a good artist. Okay, so this is a candle. Now, the candle gives us some information. The first information the candle gives us is the opening price within that particular time frame. Opening price, that's the first thing. The second thing it gives us is the closing price within that time frame. The next one is a high price or the highest price, and then the low or the lowest price. Okay, that's like HLOC or something like that. Open, close, high, low. That's the kind of information it gives to us. Okay, so when you have a candle like this, for example, the highest point, this is the highest point. Okay, even before we do that, maybe we should try to define this candle. We should try to label it. This, the thick part, okay, the pictorial part is the body of the candle. From here to here, this body here. Why these ones are called the shadow or the wick? Just like you have your candle, that place where you used to put your where we used to light up. Okay, that's the wick or the shadow, wick, WICK, or the shadow of the candle. Now, this one is what we call the upper shadow or the upper wick. That means this one here. Why this one is what we call the lower wick or the lower shadow. All right. Now, this is the highest price or the high price, and this is the low price. Okay, that one is very simple. The one that is not that quite simple is the opening price and the close price. And it's simple as well, okay? So if you have this candle like this is the body of the candle. You have this upper wick, which shows the opening price there, which shows the, highest price. And this one, which shows the lowest price. So this is high and this is low. So where is the open, where is the close? Either of the open or the close is here. One of this is the open or the close, one of this and this. So the candle starts from here and ends here, or it starts from here and ends here. It depends on where it starts and ends from. Okay. Now, if the candle starts lower and closes higher, let's say it starts here and close here. So that means price starts lower and close higher. Now, let me ask you, within that particular time, was the price bullish or bearish? If you look at, I want to get your answer. This is the body of the candle. This is the opening price. This is the closing price. Now, this is shown as this is shown, it means that the closing price is higher than the opening price. So price open lower, maybe at a lower price, maybe at 12 and close at 15, for example. So what do you think happened within that particular time? Okay, within that particular time frame, did the price go bullish or did it go bearish? Let me get your answer. So Kodri says bullish, Golan says bullish, Emmanuel says bullish. Let me get the response from one more person. One more person. Okay, they say it's bullish. Okay, China says it's bullish. Yes, you guys are right. It's bullish. Likewise, if this is the candle, this is the body, we're just focusing on the body now, we're removing the wick. And let's say this is the opening price and this is the closing price, which means that within that particular time frame, price fell. It opened higher and closed lower. So that means price was bearish. That means price fell within that particular time frame. It could be, it depends on whatever time frame you choose. It could be 1 minute, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and all. It could be any of those time frames. But the information we have here is that price closed lower than it opened, which means it went down. It was bearish. Okay. But what makes you to know that this is the opening and this is the closing? Okay, it's the color of the candle. So the MT4 allows you to choose your bullish color and your bearish color. There are some people who choose, there are some people, let me clean up everything. There are some people who choose, if you like, you can just choose whatever color you want. Your bull candle, the color of your bull candle. Some people like bull, they want it to be white, while some people want it to be black, while some people want it to be blue or green. While for beer candle, some people want it to be black, some people want it to be white, some people want it to be red or stuff like that. Just make sure that the two colors are different. Okay, you don't use the same color for bull or bear candle. So that's what helps you to know whether that candle closed, whether that candle was bullish or bearish. So let's now say this is a bearish candle. Now let's say this is a bearish candle. Okay, let's say whatever color you choose, it's a bearish candle, which means that price closed lower than it opened. So that means it opened higher and closed lower. That's what it means. Okay, so once you see the bearish candle, you automatically knows that this is the opening price and this is the closing price, because the color of the candle tells you that information. You don't need to figure it out. All right. So if the candle now gets a wick here, you know, this is the high and a wick here. This is the low. This one, they don't change. What changes are the open and the close price, depending on the color of the candle. Also, let's say this candle is colored bullish. Bullish means price went up, which means that the closing price is higher than the opening price. So this one can still be high and this one can still be low. So those are the information that the candle gives to us: the opening price, the closing price, the highest price, the lowest price within that particular time frame, and then the general direction of the price. Okay, whether the price was bullish or the price was bearish. All right. So do you get that? Okay, if you get that, please type yes, or just type 1. If you get that, just type 1, so that we can now go to the chart proper and give you more examples. I mean, the real examples. Okay, now, so here we are. Let me increase this very well. Okay, and don't forget, you need to select what, I mean, you need to design, or let me say, okay, still design, not really that much of a design. You need to select how your chart, how you want your chart to look like. Now, this is a chart that has a black background and then black body for a bullish candle and white body for a bearish candle. So we have some people that might want to choose something else. Okay, let's just go to right click and click on properties, and then you can see the color scheme here. Let me show you again. Right click anywhere on the chart window, properties, I can see the color scheme. The one we are on now is the green on black. So personally, I like black on white. If I choose black on white and I click OK, you see that now my bull candle is now white while my bear candle is black. Okay, you might want to go further and say properties, and I'll go to this place here and then select your bull color and your bear color. You can see bar up is black. Okay, now, okay, it's here. Bull candle is white, bear candle is black. You can say my own bull candle, I want it to be green, and my bear candle, I want it to be red. See that? So it just depends on whichever you want to choose, whichever is good for you. All right. I think this looks good. Okay, so this is the bull candle, very, very clean and clear. So which means that this particular hour, we're on the 1 hour time frame, price moved up. It opened here and it closed here and it gave us the highest price. But you can see we barely had any week here, which means that the lowest price was also the opening price. Price didn't really go below its opening price within that particular hour, which means it was very, very bullish. It was also very bullish here. You can see the lower week was just very small, while the upper week was not really that big also. So price opened here and closed here. But before it closed here, it went up and then came down to this place. But this ones are big candles, which means that within these hours, price fell. All right. So within this hour, price fell. But this is the highest, this is the lowest, this is the opening, and this is the closing. So which means price closed below where it opened. And these ones are 1 hour each, hourly time frames. Okay. So that is what the candles represent. So that's how the kind of information the candles give to us. So do you guys understand that? Can you look at your candle and understand what they mean? Okay, each of them. You know what candles represent now. Okay, they show you the activity of the price. Now, this is what we're having within these minutes. Okay, we should just look at 1 minute candle. Let's look at a particular minute candle and side forms. So you can see this particular candle now. This is where it opened. And now it's showing us green because the price is currently above where it opened. Okay, let's see the way it's going to move. So in as much, but if it goes below where it's, let me mark where it, okay, another one has formed. Okay, so this is where this one open. Cool. So once price is above, you can see it's going red now, right? Because it's below where it's open. Let me choose a better color for this. Let's choose black. Okay, so it's red. I've marked where it opened. It's red because price is below where it opened. All right, it's red, so it's going back up. If it's green again, why? Because it's above the opening price. Okay, it has closed now above, so it stays what? Green, because price now closed above the opening price. But before it closed up here, it made a low here. Okay, so you can maybe look at the 1 minute time frame so that you see how candles are formed and all that. Because even if you just stay there, let's say you stay there for like 15 minutes to see, you will have seen like 15 different candles, the way they form, and then you understand better how these candles are formed. Okay, so that's it about that. And so with that, I think we have come to the end of the tutorial or the class on MetaTrader 4. Okay, so how do you guys see it? Do you get something important from here? Does it make any sense to you? Does it make any sense to you? Okay, so quickly let's look at the other one. So we still have some time. The other platform. So before we go there, please, you just need to practice this. That's why you have a demo account. If you don't have a demo account, please talk to your account officer. So going to get a demo account for you. So on your demo account, you can do all this practicing. You can open trades and close it and just see how all of these things work. Okay, you don't want to do all those practices on a live account. Okay, so all those different testing, practicing, see the way the system, the platform works, that can be done on your demo account. Okay. All right, I'm here to get response. Okay, a lot of us actually came late. A lot of us came late. So don't worry, you get access to the video. Okay, so let's look at the other parts, which is the web platform. Okay, so can we please can you guys see the new screen now? I'm on the GWX dashboard. Is that what you can see also? Is that what you can see? I'm on the GWX. Okay, cool. Thank you. So we've already gone through how you can open your account on this platform. And so this is the dashboard. We've talked about you can deposit, how you can submit your document, update your personal data, and all that. So what we want to look at right now is the web platform. Okay, so we're going to look at the web platform. So if you want to have an account on the web platform, what you need to do is to open an account with the web platform. You can open as many accounts as you want. So I have an account for the web platform. I have two accounts for MetaTrader for this particular account. So one for web platform, one for MetaTrader 4. So for you to log into the platform, you need this the login email, and then the password I use to log in here to your dashboard is the same you are going to use with it. Just like you have your login numbers for MetaTrader 4 and the password to log into your dashboard, you use the same thing on the MetaTrader 4 as well. So let's say I want to get into the web platform and I want to advise that you use the web platform on Google Chrome. Okay, works best on Google Chrome. Okay, so let me click on login now. So if I click on login, it's going to open another tab and then get me in. Okay. Well, it's getting slow. It's my network. Network is really dealing with me these days. Okay, so here we are. I already logged in. So that means you don't need any other login detail. You can just log in from here. Okay, and even if you ask for a login detail, just put your this email and then the password. Okay, so here we are. And so let's look at the features here. Now, this is where you have your market watch, and this one is far, far more robust, much more organized than MetaTrader 4. Okay, in this regard, because all the instruments are already well categorized here in a very, very simple panel, just one straight panel. So this one is where you have all. If you click here now, it shows all the instruments available to trade. These ones are the popular ones, okay, including the ones that you have already chosen as your favorites. So this time means you've started them to be your favorite. And these ones are the Forex, commodities, indices, stocks, all stocks, American stocks, European, Russian, Arabic, and then cryptocurrencies. So let's say I trade like okay, let me remove all this. So let's say there are some instruments that I trade, and you don't really have to start looking for whatever instrument you want to trade. You can just put them one side, make them your favorite, so that the system can then put them together in one place for you. So these ones are the ones that make my favorite instrument. All right. So let's say you are somebody who trade Forex. You just go to FX and choose those instruments you trade. Anyone you can't see easily, just type it here. So I like trading like up to like 20 something instruments, my system. But if you, because I'm a swing trader, but if you are somebody who likes scalping and trading small and all that, you just need to focus on the major currencies. So it just all depends on you. We're going to talk about all that later, the aspect of analysis and all that. So let's say I want to trade Aussie CHF. I click here to make it my favorite. I can click this one as well. Let's say I want to click just like okay, let's say I want Euro US dollar also. Euro USD is here. I click it. GBP USD. click it. This one is web-based. Let's say Euro GBP, for example. I checked it, and let's say Aussie USD. Okay, it's already there. And let's say USD JPY. Let's say those are the Forex that I like trading. So I can just click here, favorite, and I see all these instruments here, right? So let's say I also like trading commodities. I like trading just oil and gold. For example, this is gold. I check it. This is oil, US oil. I check it. Let's say I also like trading some cryptos. Let's say I like trading Bitcoin. Let's say it's only Bitcoin I like trading, for example. I just check Bitcoin. And then let's say I also like trading indices like S&P 500. So let's say I like trading S&P 500. Okay, I pick it also, and also that's just it. Okay, let's say these are the instruments that I like trading. You can see the way it puts all of them together in one place. You are not going to get this on MetaTrader 4 unless you start setting up the profile and all that. So now this one is much more easier and better, very, very user friendly, and I can have all these things here now. Okay, so this is the chart window. Okay, so whatever instrument I want to look at, I can click it, bring it here, and then I can navigate from one to the other, just like we have on the MetaTrader 4 as well. Okay, so I can just click open charts and say favorite instrument, unless I pick GBP USD. All right, open chart, favorites, and I just pick gold. Okay, so I can open as many tabs as I want here. Okay, so let's say I'm looking at GBP US dollar. This is the chart of GBP US dollar. This is an indicator here. So let's say I don't want this indicator, I can click it and get it off there. All right. So this is the moving average indicator. We're going to talk about indicator later. All right. So this is the platform here. These are the drawing tools. Okay. This is the shape. These are the different shapes that I can draw. Let's say I want to use the brush. I can do this, I can do this, I can do all this stuff. Okay. So, and this is all these different, just practice all these things, and I can delete all the drawings all at once. Okay. So, but that's not really the best part of this stuff here, apart from the fact that I can put all my favorite instruments in one place. Another thing that makes this very, very interesting is the signals that you can get here. Okay. Now, these signals are directly provided by this company. Now, autochartist.com is a very, very popular popular company that provides technical analysis, okay, for traders. Technical signals, technical patterns automatically will be pasted on your chart. Okay, so you can just go in there and check later. So class, we are going to talk about patterns in the intermediate class. Okay, for those of you who have not registered for the intermediate class, please talk to your account officer, register for the intermediate class. When you're done with the intermediate class, you're going to understand the auto charter signals much better. We're going to talk about different price patterns. Now, what the auto charter is going to do for you is to automatically scan those patterns for you. So you don't have to start looking for those patterns yourself. So auto chart is spot it for you, gives you notification. You just pick it and see if it's good for you. Okay, it removes about 90% of the work for you because it's done. Let's say 95% is done from identifying patterns, identify trade opportunities. This one is going to identify it for you, and then you are just going to do the 5% of it. Okay. So there are different patterns, different patterns that harmonic patterns, chart patterns, candles patterns, and all those things. Just give you those signals and then you trade. So let's go to favorites. Now, these are the signals that are being painted, okay, that the price is currently forming on my favorite instrument. Like on the Euro US dollar, which is one of the favorite instrument that I chose here, there's a big movement pattern coming up. And then the strength is 7 out of 10. Okay. So at least the way I do these things, at least I look for one that give at least like 7/10 strength. Okay, let's say I want to look at this Euro US dollar, and I just click on it, and then I'll be able to see the pattern. Look at the pattern. So it's suggesting that price is expected to go further upside once it gets out of this range here. So that's the suggestion. Okay, that's giving us there. All right, let's look at another. Let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, it's 6 out of 10 actually. Okay, let's look at another 7 out of 10, which is Euro GBP. Now, this is an harmonic pattern. Okay, this is an harmonic pattern. So this one is saying that the pattern is going to end here. So that means you have to wait for price to get to around here, and then you look for selling opportunity. That's what it means. So it's going to just paint it there for you, and it's even going to remind you when the pattern is completed. All right. Let's look at another one. This is another Aussie Japanese, another harmonic pattern, Gartley pattern, Aussie Japanese yen. So it's better to end here. Okay, but it seems that price is invalidating the pattern around it, so you have to repaint it. Okay, but don't worry. I know you don't understand all this thing. We're going to talk about them later. I'm just trying to show you that this, especially for people who are experienced traders who use patterns like this and all that, this is something that people buy. I remember I've subscribed to a website like this that just scan all these patterns for me. I pay like $50-$60 per month, but this one you just get it for free, right? So that's it. And then other things that you can get there, okay, include technical analysis. Let's look at technical analysis. Technical analysis where you get trade directions based on some indicators and all that. So this one is saying on the 15-minute time frame, let's check the detail. Australian dollar years. So it's recommending, it's showing that on the 15-minute time frame, moving average is giving bullish signal. And okay, moving average is giving us bullish signal 6, and then indicators, the other indicators are giving us, but all of them are just giving us buy signal. The 30-minute time, on 15-minute, 30 minutes, same. 1 hour, the direction is changing on the 1 hour a bit. So you're having about 6 indicators giving us sell, 5, and then 3 giving us buy. So when you have them mixed like this, I think it's just good to avoid it. So this one is better. You can just buy 15 minutes, take small profit, and then get out. That's what all these things mean. All right. So 4 hours also, okay, for the 4 hours also recommending buy or true. See, the 4 hours recommending buy or true, and 30 minutes and 1:15 also recommending buy or true. So I think one might just want to stay in there and pick more profit. Okay, not just tiny profit, can just take more profit. And then here you can just set up the buy here. Just click on buy and choose set stop loss and take profit, and then choose how much of this you want to buy, okay, with the leverage and all those things. So you can see this is really very simple, very easy to use with inbuilt signals, okay, that trader can use. But I understand that before you can get this, you need to understand the basis of those the basis of the systems or the methods that are generating, that those signals are generated on, okay, which is some of the things we're going to talk about in the intermediate class. So you need to be there in the intermediate class. So let's look at recommendation. Okay, no recommendation here. So all those things. Yeah. All right. Another thing that I like here is the notification. Look at notification. I click on notification. It's going to give you a notification about price. Well, it's going to give you a notification when a new setup is coming up. I used to get notification. It's just pump up on my laptop. Okay, it's just give me the notification that something is coming up. So let's go to settings. Okay, under the settings, there you can get auto charting signals. Do you want to get notification on it? Yes. Trading signals, yes. Price alerts, if I don't really need that. Price alert is like it's telling you when the price gets to this particular level, let me know. Okay, to just let you know that price has gotten here. And then critical equity alert. This one is when your equity gets to a particular level. You can just, we talk about equity, right? You can just alert you that say your equity has gotten to this level, and then you know what to do. Okay, so I don't really think I need this one, but I need this too. And then I can just click apply, and then it's going to be sending notification to me to pop up on my browser. Even if my browser is not open, it's still going to pop up. Okay, it's going to pop up, and then I can quickly go there to see. Okay, so that's a platform selection. You can choose the light version, or okay, the light version does not have and those don't know, that's really much difference like that. I don't really think there are much difference there like that. So another thing I'm seeing here is saying close all losing positions, close all profitable positions, close all positions in just one click. So this one is when you have all your trades opened. These ones are the pending orders that you have. These ones are the closed trades that you have. This one is for the auto charter signals, the recommendation, the technical analysis. So everything in one place: signals, analysis, market watch, charts, pattern scanner. Everything is just in one place. So it makes this to be a very, very fantastic tool, and even including notification. Okay, so guys, I know we're still going to have some time together talking about this. This is not going to be the last time, but I believe this is one of the tools that is going to help you, okay, as a trader. It's going to really reduce the workload. It's going to make you to focus on a lot of other things while you also trade effectively, making use of a very sound technology. All right. So I think that's where we're going to end for today's class. Please, if you have any question, drop it for me. So today we talk about trading platform, the MetaTrader 4 and our web platform. So tomorrow we're going to continue, and then we'll start with the introduction to technical analysis. Now, if you have been coming late, please don't come tomorrow. Don't come late tomorrow, because we are starting the real work tomorrow. Okay. So laid the foundation last week. We talked about the trading platforms today. So from tomorrow, we're going to start building strategies that you're going to use to trade, and then we'll lay the foundation of those, the ingredients that we're going to use. Okay. And so you must not miss anything. So please, if you have any questions, drop it for me. Let me attend to them quickly, and then we'll call it a day. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending today's class. I'm going to see you tomorrow.